Hi, this is Miss Vicki. I'm with Do It in Line Dancers, and I'm going to be going over the basic sequences for line dance so that you can go out and take line dance lessons and learn dances without feeling like it's a foreign language. I'm just going to be introducing the name of the sequence and demonstrating it, and then you'll need to practice it so that you can do it within the context of a dance. If you would like to download a glossary of these terms, you can go to my website at www.doitinlinedancers.com. That's do it, D-O-I-T, inline, I-N-L-I-N-E, dancers, plural, DANCERS.com. Go to the resources and download the glossary. Then you can follow along. You can also look at our other video giving you the basic terminology and the basic steps. So this is sequences. Everything here is more than one step put together, and it's got a name. So I'm introducing you to the name and demonstrating how to do it. The first step is a box step, and we have two different kinds. We have rumba boxes and we have jazz boxes. A rumba box is like tracing the outside edges of a box. So we're going to step, I'm going to turn around so I can show you better. We're going to step to the side, together, forward, and side, together, back. That's a rumba box, and we can go side, together, back, side together, forward. We can go to the left, forward, to the right, forward, to the left, back. So the direction you go, it just depends on the step sheet. But again, you're tracing the outside of a box. So with a side step, a together step, a forward step, side, together, back. Usually your count is either 1, 2, 3, hold 4, or it's 1 and 2. So it could be 1, 2, 3, hold 4, 5, 6, 7, hold 8, or it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, or I'm sorry, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Either way, it's syncopated or whole. That's your rumba box. A jazz box is more like a jazz triangle. I'm not sure why it's called a jazz box, but it starts with a cross step, a back step, side step, together. So you're basically doing a triangle. Again, it's cross in front, step back, to the side, together. You can do it on the other side, cross left, step back, side, together. And that's a jazz box. Your count on a jazz box could be syncopated or it could be whole counts. Next, you're going to do a cha-cha step. A cha-cha step is a triple where you move right, left, or left, left. And what makes it a cha-cha rather than just a triple in place is that you're moving your hips. So guys, ladies kind of are born with this knowledge. Excuse me, maybe some guys are born with this knowledge too. If you move your knees, it makes your hip move. So if you move your knees, see how the hips go when the knees go? You bend the knee and the hip goes. So right, left, left, left. That's going to be a cha-cha. You can go forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, back and forward. You're moving your hips and you're doing a triple. Right, left, left. That's your cha-cha step. A Charleston step, a basic standard Charleston, is step forward, kick, step back, and point behind. Step, kick, step back, point. Again, step forward, kick, back, point. You can also do a basic Charleston where you're doing a sweep step. Step, sweep forward, point, step back, sweep. So step, sweep, back, sweep, and you're just doing sweep steps in between rather than a kick and a point. And either one is considered a Charleston. A chasse turn is a step, pivot, step. So you don't want to pause in between. You're going to step, pivot, step forward, or step forward, pivot, forward. Again, step, pivot, step, and step, pivot, step. That's a chasse turn. I could do a chasse turn and do a quarter pivot. I could do step, pivot, forward, or step, pivot, forward. That would be a chasse turn. You just have to have that step at the end. After the pivot, you have a step at the end, and that's what makes it a chasse turn. A chasse or a shuffle. Chasse is basically a side shuffle. So a shuffle is side together side or side together side. That's a chasse. Right together right, left together left. Now you can side shuffle, you can forward, and you can back shuffle. A back shuffle, back together back together back, forward shuffle, forward together forward, forward together forward. You kind of drag that second together. You drag that foot together as you move it. The important thing is in a shuffle or a chasse, your second step never goes past your first step. If it does, it becomes a walk or a run. So when I go forward, together, forward, that second step comes together but doesn't go past. If it went past and did forward, 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 I would be walking or running instead of shuffling. A coaster step is another form of triple, just like a shuffle is a triple. It's one and two, or 1, 2, 3. A coaster step is a stylized version, and it's got a basic form. You're going to step back, together, forward. Or a forward coaster is forward, together, back. Changing your weight between. So if I'm going back, it's back, right, together, left, forward, right, forward, left, together, right, back, left. That's a coaster. Back, together, forward, forward, together, back. Going on, across, unwind. If I cross, I'm going to cross this foot in front, but I'm not going to step. If I'm going to do an unwind, I'm not going to really completely step down on it. I'm going to cross and unwind. Now, depending on the step sheet, I may need to put my weight on it as I'm going around, because I may need to end up with my weight right, or I may need to end up with my weight left. It just depends on how it's choreographed, whether I'm going to keep my weight on the left or the right. But I'm just going to cross in front and unwind. I can also cross behind and unwind and bring it around. I'm going to do a cross shuffle now. We did a side shuffle that was side together side. A cross shuffle is just cross and cross. So it's cross, step together, and cross. And you just use the ball of your foot for that together. Cross, together, cross, or cross and cross. And use the ball of your foot as you come together to do the cross shuffle. A Dorothy or a wizard step. I need to teach you a lock step in order to show you a Dorothy or a wizard step, because a Dorothy or wizard step is just a different way of counting the lock step. A lock step, you step forward, you're kind of on a diagonal, stepping on the diagonal, behind and forward. So step, behind, step. I can do it back. I can do back, cross in front, and back. Back, cross, back. That's a back lock step. Generally, we do them forward. Again, it's forward, lock, behind. It's called a lock because when I step behind, my legs are locked. So I'm going to step forward, behind, forward. That's my lock step. Now, normally you would count a lock step 1, 2, 3, or 1 and 2. If I'm doing a Dorothy or a wizard, depending on what the choreographer is, I guess, or the teacher, whether it's called a Dorothy or a wizard, the count changes. Instead of being 1 and 2, the count's going to be 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. So you have an and at the end. Let me show you this way. The count for a Dorothy is 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2. So that last count is an and step. That's what makes it a Dorothy or a wizard as opposed to a straight lock step. Okay, grapevines. Grapevines and shuffles occur in more line dances than probably any other step. So if you want to go out and practice something, go out and practice grapevines and shuffles. Grapevines can also be called just vines. Just take the grape part off of it. So they're called vines or they're called grapevines. A vine is a 3-count sequence, and the 4th step is a wild card. Depending on the choreographer, depending on the dance, that 4th step can be almost anything. But a basic grapevine is a side step, a behind step, and a side step. Now, what you do with your 4th depends on the dance. It could be a touch, it could be a stomp, it could be a scuff, it could be a kick, it could be a cross step in front. So your grapevine is side, behind, side, something. Going to the left, side, behind, side, stomp, side, behind, side, scuff, side, behind, side, cross. All right, now an extended vine, we just keep going. So instead of being 4 counts, it's 8 counts. If I'm doing an extended vine, I'm weaving. So it's side, behind, side, cross, side, behind, side. Again, the last step is a something step. It could be a touch, it could be a scuff, it could be a stomp. And what we do just depends on what it is. Now, going on to heel jacks. A heel jack is cross, side, heel. Or cross, side, heel. Very often heel jacks are syncopated and we have an and count in there to get to the other one. So very often it's cross, side, heel together, cross, side, heel. And the together is an and count. So if I was doing it syncopated, it would be something like this. It would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That would be a syncopated heel jack. A heel, 2, 3, 4, as I walk forward, heel toe, that's a heel strut. A toe strut is exactly the same thing, except I put my toe down first. So it's toe, heel, heel, toe, heel, and that's a toe strut. Heel struts and toe struts. All right, moving along, we're going to do heel switches. Heel switches, you do a heel stand, and then you switch to a heel stand on the opposite heel. So it would be heel and heel. That's a heel switch. Switching from the right heel to the left heel. Usually syncopated. 1 and 2 and. So heel switches almost always are syncopated. Toe switches, exactly the same as heel switches, except I'm putting my toe out. I'm pointing my toe, toe and toe and toe and toe. I'm doing toe switches. A jazz box turn. We did a jazz box when we did the rumba boxes, but we didn't turn. A jazz box, I'll remind you quickly, is cross, back, side, together. If I'm turning in a jazz box, I'm going to step cross, back, turn, together. Again, cross, step back, turn, together. Again, cross, back, turn, together. I can do it the other way. I can cross left, step back, turn, together, cross, back, turn, together. That's a turning jazz box. A kickball change and kickball cross or kickball anything. A kickball change means we kick, we step on the ball of our foot just long enough to change our weight back to this other foot. So kick, step, step is the way it actually comes out. Kick, step, step is a kickball change. Kick, ball of foot, change my weight. Kick, step, step. All right? And the other foot, kick, step, step. If I want to do a kickball cross, it's going to be kickball cross. Let me show you on the other wall. I can do kickball cross. I can do it with my other foot, kickball cross. That allows me to have a syncopated step. It's usually syncopated 1 and 2, or 1 and 2 if it's a kickball cross. All right, we're going to end this session, and we're going to do the rest, or we're going to try to do the rest of the sequences in a second session of taping. Again, if you would like to download a glossary of the sequences I've just gone over, along with the steps and some other vocabulary, please go to the resources page on my website. It's www.doitinlinedancers.com. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Happy dancing!